Hello, my name is Natalie Flores. I'm a pre-service teacher and welcome back. This is my second video tutorial. Today, I'll be explaining and talking about a very engaging and dynamic speaking project, which is the cooking show. I've been working with my 11th grade students in Unit 2, which is related to customs and traditions all over the world. In this opportunity, we will analyze first the project, that means the steps to make the cooking show happen, second, the reason and the importance of this project, and third, the experts' words about it. So let's get started with the project. The main objective here is that students will be able to design and sketch their own cooking show by explaining the step-by-step of a recipe from around the world. But first, let's contextualize a bit and see the previous knowledge they have. The students previously learned how food reflects culture around the world, and you can find extra materials about it in the Ministry of Education English book for 11th grade students. They already watched a video about kids trying school lunches from different countries around the world. They played a guessing game about traditional foods from different countries, and they created a Chilean menu at a school for the 3 main meals of the day. Here you can see the video and the dishes they already know. Feel free to take a closer look later on or even visit the YouTube link. And we will move to what are we going to do next? So, very easily explained. In step 1, the teacher can make a previous activity about cooking vocabulary. Then students will gather in groups of 3 to take a look at a web page that has the top 100 most popular foods in the world and choose one recipe from there that they will prepare. In step 2, they need to plan how to explain the step-by-step to others. The idea is that they imitate a cooking TV show. It is important that they include modal verbs to give advice like should and might, and connectors. Finally, in step 3, each group goes to the front where the tables will be arranged and a kitchen background will be projected. Each member should speak, and the rest of the class acts like the audience. At the end, each member of the group will complete a peer and a self-evaluation. And now we have some recommendations for the project. The students can have extra time to do more research, watch some videos about it, learn food vocabulary, and rehearse, which means about 2 lessons. They can also bring real or ornamental food, and at the end, they can all eat. They can bring some things ready and just to mix them, and they cannot use any home appliances or fire. The teacher can have a special rubric to assess each student and give them a real mark. And the teacher can also help the students to make a better setting for them to cook. For example, bring tablecloth and even act as the host of the cooking show to introduce each group. Here you can see the webpage entry. And here you can see the peer and self-evaluation rubric. They write the group members' names and classify the following statements from 1 to 10. Participated in each step of the project, maintained good communication with the group, and did all the steps and on time. Now, number 2, why? Why are we doing this activity? Why is it important? First of all, because it enhances speaking skills development, and students are working with this skill in a very dynamic way. They lose the fear to speak in front of others, and they use authentic English. Additionally, it enhances the use of more abilities. For example, students get to practice group work, body language, and most importantly, students get to use meaningful language in context. Now, number 3, let's see what the experts say about this. First, regarding food activity, Neff and Rukinski in 2013 stated that in addition to the language points, the restaurant roleplay includes a great deal of potential as a springboard for intercultural understanding. This is very important because in 11th grade, students are required to develop cultural awareness and explore the world. Now, second, regarding group work projects, in 2005, Alan and Stoller stated that projects that are structured to maximize language content and real-life skill learning require a combination of teacher guidance, teacher feedback, student engagement, and elaborated tasks with some degree of challenge. For this reason, I highly encourage the use of class projects to teach English. Finally, regarding the use of authentic and meaningful language in context, in 2007, Shin recognized that if language is being used meaningfully in the classroom, it is not taught only in isolated chunks. Instead, language is being used within a context that either mirrors real-world discourse or possibly uses subject matter content, such as science, math, business, law, etc. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video and that now coming up with a great speaking project for this unit is no longer an issue for any of you. See you in the next video tutorial. Bye!